We adore our dogs, these loyal companions who fill our lives with joy and unconditional love. But unlike us, they can't use words to tell us when they're feeling unwell or distressed. Instead, they communicate through a series of behaviors, some subtle, some more obvious. Often, these shifts in behavior are their way of silently pleading for our help. It's our responsibility as devoted owners to become fluent in their language, to recognize the signs that something isn't right. This video will guide you through 9 critical signals your dog might be sending, urging you to listen closely. 1. Excessive licking and scratching. First on our list is something many of us dismiss as mere habit: constant paw licking or relentless scratching. While occasional scratching is normal, an obsessive focus on these behaviors should raise a red flag. Think of it as your dog's way of saying, "Something is seriously bothering me." This discomfort often stems from skin irritations. Fleas are a common culprit, those tiny parasites that thrive in warm climates, causing intense itching, allergic reactions, and even more serious problems like anemia. Ticks, too, can attach unnoticed, causing localized irritation. Beyond parasites, allergies to food or environmental factors can manifest as skin issues. It's crucial not to ignore this sign. Carefully examine your dog's skin for redness, bumps, or hair loss. Before reaching for home remedies, it's essential to rule out parasites. A vet visit can pinpoint the cause and prevent a minor irritation from escalating into a significant health concern. Remember, early detection is key. 2. When zoomies turn to ouchies. Our dogs are bundles of energy, going from playful zoomies to resting in the blink of an eye. However, a sudden limp or difficulty walking is a clear indicator that something is wrong. Unlike the stiffness that comes with age, a limp usually appears abruptly and affects a specific leg. It could be as simple as a minor sprain from an awkward jump or a thorn lodged in their paw. But don't underestimate a limp. It can also signal more serious issues like ligament tears or even fractures. If you observe your dog favoring a paw, hobbling, or skipping steps, they're clearly in pain. Gently inspect their paw for any visible injuries. Even if you don't see anything obvious, veterinary attention is necessary to determine the underlying cause and prevent potential long-term damage. 3. Destructive behavior. We've all experienced it, coming home to find shoes shredded, cushions ripped apart, or books in pieces. It's easy to label this as naughtiness, but destructive behavior in dogs often goes much deeper. More often than not, it's an outward expression of inner turmoil. Stress, boredom, loneliness, and anxiety are frequent drivers of this behavior. Sometimes, it can even be a manifestation of an underlying health problem. Since dogs can't verbalize their distress, they show us through their actions. Pay close attention to when the destruction occurs. Does it happen after you leave the house, during periods of inactivity, or following a change in the household? These patterns can provide valuable clues about what your dog is experiencing. Imagine their distress, unable to express their anxiety, resorting to tearing apart objects to release pent-up energy. Instead of punishment, which can worsen anxiety, focus on addressing the root cause. Provide mental stimulation through puzzle toys, establish calming routines, and gradually acclimate them to being alone. Remember, chewing is a natural behavior, but destructive chewing is an emotional outcry. 4. Coughing and difficulty breathing. Listen closely to your dog's breathing. A persistent cough or labored breathing is a serious cause for concern. That seemingly harmless dry cough could be a symptom of bronchitis, pneumonia, or even heart disease. Never dismiss any frequent coughing, especially if it's accompanied by other signs like fever, vomiting, or lethargy. These are clear indicators that their body is under stress. Breathing difficulties, particularly when at rest, are even more alarming. Wheezing, heavy panting, or shortness of breath can point to asthma, heart issues, or fluid accumulation in the lungs. While occasional, short-lived breathing episodes might occur, any episode lasting longer than 10 minutes or recurring frequently warrants immediate veterinary attention. When it comes to breathing, it's always best to err on the side of caution. 5. Changes in eating and drinking habits. You are the expert on your dog's daily habits. You know the happy dance they do before mealtime and the enthusiastic way they lap up water. Any deviation from this routine, even seemingly small ones, can be a significant warning sign. A sudden loss of appetite or refusal to drink can indicate oral pain, such as a cracked tooth, gum disease, or throat irritation. Even their favorite treats might be declined. Conversely, if they're eating normally but losing weight, it could point to underlying conditions like diabetes, thyroid problems, or cancer. Digestive issues like vomiting, diarrhea, or bloating after meals could suggest they've ingested something harmful. Unexplained weight gain, without dietary changes, might signal fluid retention, hormonal imbalances, or metabolic disorders. Observing these changes early can make a huge difference in diagnosis and treatment. Behind every skipped meal or unusual craving, your dog might be silently asking for your help. 6. Stiffness and difficulty. Moving. Has your once agile dog started to move with a stiff gait or extreme caution? It's easy to attribute this to aging, but it's crucial to look beyond that. While arthritis is a common ailment in older dogs, it's not the only explanation. Hip dysplasia, spinal problems, or even a recent unnoticed injury can cause discomfort and restricted movement. Dogs are instinctively good at masking pain, so these subtle changes in mobility might be the only clues they offer. Pay close attention to how they rise, walk, and climb stairs. Do they hesitate before jumping? Are they reluctant to play? These are all important signals. Early detection and intervention are vital to managing pain and maintaining their quality of life. 7. Hiding or growling. A normally friendly and social dog who suddenly starts hiding or growling at guests is exhibiting a significant behavioral change. While it might seem like fear or rudeness, it's often a sign of pain or illness. Hiding is a natural, self-protective instinct, and growling can be a warning signal, a way of saying, "Please, don't touch me, I'm hurting." These behavioral changes are often accompanied by physical signs. Look for excessive drooling, increased body temperature, rapid panting, or signs of straining when urinating or defecating. These subtle shifts are more than just mood swings. They're your dog's way of communicating their distress. 8. Whining and trembling. Whimpering, whining, and trembling are unmistakable signs that your dog is experiencing some form of distress, whether it's pain, fear, or anxiety. The degree of vocalization varies between breeds and individual personalities. Some breeds are naturally more vocal, while others tend to be quieter, even when in significant discomfort. This is why it's so important to be observant of even subtle sounds. If you notice unexplained whining or trembling, conduct a thorough check of your dog's body. Look for any signs of injury, swelling, or sensitive areas. Don't overlook less obvious areas like their ears, eyes, mouth, and tail base. Remember that not all whining is due to physical pain. Dogs can tremble from cold, anxiety, aging, or even boredom. Changes in routine, loud noises, and reduced mobility can also trigger these responses. The key is to be familiar with your dog's normal behavior so you can quickly recognize when something is amiss. 9. Sudden or excessive barking. Barking is, of course, a natural canine behavior. However, a sudden increase in frequency or intensity often signals a deeper issue. It can indicate boredom, excitement, fear, or frustration, but crucially, it can also be a sign of emotional distress. A dog experiencing separation anxiety might bark or howl incessantly when left alone. While occasional barking is normal, a significant change in their barking patterns warrants your attention. It might be their only way of saying, "I need help." Our dogs rely on us to be their voice, to understand their silent pleas. By being attentive to these 9 signs and any other unusual behaviors, you can ensure they receive the care and attention they need. They give us so much. The least we can do is listen with our hearts and observe with our eyes. Your awareness can make all the difference in their world. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with other dog lovers. You never know whose furry friend might be trying to send out these very signals. Also, we'd love to hear your stories. Share in the comments any experiences you've had with your dog communicating their needs. What unique ways does your dog express themselves? Thank you for watching, and remember, listen closely, observe carefully, and love unconditionally.